One of the items that I've been playing with this year for car setup has been Castor angle and how it affects weight jacking. So Castor is really easy. It's like the degree that the top ball joint, like the angle that it comes back compared to the bottom ball joint. So your kingpin angle, like how much it rotates towards the back of the car, that's your Castor angle. But it's really easy to see when you've got the car up on scales. So I've got the car up on scales on each side. And I've got the steering rack pretty darn close to the center, so you can see we're about ½ pound out right now. That's not too bad. And the steering wheel is, well, it's at, I just slapped it on, so it's at some funky angle right there. So anyway, with the weights mostly even, and the steering wheel right here, let's say I were to turn that steering wheel, we'll call this about 5 degrees. That gives us a 10-pound difference up front. What if we were to give it a lot, like big turn, like we're coming into a pretty tight entry onto a element in an autocross course? Talking almost 50 pounds of difference now on the front. And what's happening, right? So our front inside tire is now 50 pounds heavier, right? There's more force pushing down on it. So the car is basically tilted up between that front left rear, or the front left tire and the rear right tire. So the car is now kind of topsy-turvy, right? So it wants to, as you decelerate, pick up the inside rear, which helps the car to rotate because we're dealing with that solid rear axle. Now, if you just crank in a whole boatload of Castor, you'll get a crazy effect. It'll make the steering really heavy. You'll still be able to drive the car, but there's so much weight transfer that's happening. It can make the front end unsettled, it make the rear end unsettled. So there's definitely a happy medium. If you don't have enough, the car just won't turn because you can't get that rear end to unstick itself. But I thought that'd be a really kind of graphic description there of what it looks like with some steering angle and how much that Castor angle affects it.